Hello bachon, today we are going to solve exercise 3.5 question number 1, and in this question you have been asked that firstly you have to find the given pair of equations have a unique solution, many solutions or no solutions. If these pair of line have unique solution, only then you have to find the solution by cross multiplication method. Now let me remind you the ratios, the relationship between ratios and the solutions. Okay, what was that? If you find that the a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, that means that the given pair of linear equations have a unique solutions, and you have to find that by cross multiplication method. And second case was that if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is equal to c1 upon c2, that means that these given pair of linear equations have many solutions, so you don't need to find solutions. Okay, and third was that if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 but not equal to c1 upon c2, that means that the given pair of linear equations have no solutions, and you also don't need to find the solutions. Okay, now I hope that you already acquainted with the fact that what are a1 and I'm talking about a1, a2, v1, v2. What are these? Okay, let me remind you one more time. These are not these are nothing but these are just the coefficient of x, y and the constant terms of both these equations. Okay, for example, a1 is the coefficient of x in the first equation, b1 is the coefficient of y in the first equation, and c1 is the constant term in the first equation. Similarly, a2 is the coefficient of x in the second equation, and v2 is the coefficient of y in the second equation, and c2 is the constant term of second equation. Now it is clear to you. Now let us find out the ratios for first equation. Okay, here you can see that the coefficient of x in the first equation is 1, so I am writing a1 is equal to 1. Similarly, b1 is equal to -3 and c1 is equal to -3, and a2 is equal to 3, b2 is equal to -9 and c2 is equal to -2. Now just find the ratios. a1 upon a2 will be 1 by 3, b1 upon b2 will be 1 by 3 because minus cancels with minus, and 3 ones are 3 and 3 threes are 9. You will get 1 by 3, and c1 upon c2 you also get minus, get cancels with minus, and you will remain with 3 by 2, so you'll get 3 by 2. And from here we can conclude that here we are finding that a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 is not equal to c1 upon c2. That means that this is resembling to this equation, this relations. That means that these given pair of linear equations have no solutions because they don't have any solutions, so we don't need to find them by cross multiplication methods. Okay, this will be the answer of this question. Now let us move towards the second part. The second part, the given equations are here. So we have, firstly we have to find out the ratios between these two. And what is the ratio? Again, you can find that a1 is equal to 2 here and a2 is equal to 3 here. Similarly, b1 is equal to 1 here and v2 is equal to 2 here, and c1 is equal to -5 here and c2 is equal to -8, because we compare this by these equations with this general term. Okay, and here you can see that c1 is in this side. Okay, that's why when this 5 will come to this side, it will be written as -5. Okay, so minus cancel with minus. From here you can conclude that 2 by 3 is not equal to 1 by 2. That means a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon 2, or simple, the ratios of coefficient of x term is not equal to the ratios of the coefficient of y term. That means these pairs have a unique solution, because these pairs have a unique solutions, as they have said in the question that if the pairs have unique solutions, you have to find out that by cross multiplication method. So I am just using here cross multiplication method. So let us do, because we are doing this first time, so I will explain it to you. In this, you just write the x, y and z in the similar way, okay, as I have written here. Now you want to find out the x. Okay, so you'll write the x. What you will do, second term, in the second, if you want to find out the value of x, then what you will do, just multiply the coefficient of these. Okay, you can say with the y there is a 1, so you will multiply 1 by 8 to like this. Okay, so you'll write 1 into 8 is -8, and now you will subtract. Okay, I'm subtract what? The product of these two terms. 2 5s are 10. but you'll get minus 10 here. Okay, now let us do for the y. When you are finding the value for y, you forget the y and just remember these terms. You have to forget the y and you have to just remember these terms. Okay, just forget the y, and now you are finding the y but forget the y. Okay, so and the next time what you will do, just forget this. Okay, and find the product. Now this time firstly you have to find out the product of these two. Okay, so the product of these two will be minus 5 into 3, you'll get minus 15, right? And again subtract what? Now turn is what? 2 minus 8, so it will be minus 16. Okay, now when you come to this here, again z, write down the not z but here it will be 1, not z, it will be 1. Okay, in constant term, in place of constant term write 1, and now again multiply this way. 2 2s are 4. Okay, minus, as it is 2 2s are 4, minus 3 1s are 3. Okay, let me remind you one time more. If you are finding the x, write down the x and then just multiply the coefficient. You have to multiply this way. Okay, so 1 into minus 8, you write minus 8, and now subtract what? Product of these. 5 2s are 10, but here you are finding minus 5 into 2, that will be minus 10. Okay, similarly for y, forget the y, forget these terms and just remember these coefficients. Okay, so but now you don't have to multiply this way, multiply these two firstly. So minus 5 into 3, you'll get minus 15. Now you have to subtract, so write minus, and 8 2s are minus 8 into 2, you'll get minus 16, which is equal to, now you are finding the constant term. Now forget this term, and now again what? 2 2s are 4, write down this, and minus 3 simply. Okay, now just simplify this. X upon, you'll get what? Minus 8 plus 10, you'll get minus 8 plus 10. It's very simple. And now y is equal to what? Minus 15 and plus 16, and 1 upon 4 minus 3, you'll get 1. Okay, now you just, to find out the value, you have to compare this by constant term, and to find out the y, you have to compare this by this. Okay, this further implies x upon what? Minus 8 plus 10, that will be 2, which is equal to, you have to compare this by constant term. Okay, you'll get 1 by 1. And similarly to find out the y, write down y upon minus 15 plus 16, you get 1, which is equal to 1 upon 1. Okay, further what will happen? X will be equal to what? Here it is dividing, at that side it will get multiply. Okay, so it is 2 1s are 2, so I got x is equal to 2, and y is equal to 1. Okay, so I got this result, and this is the simple cross multiplication method. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. So this is the answer. Now let us move towards the third question. Third, again, the first thing is to find out the ratios. So 3 by 6, a1 upon a2, you are finding that 3 upon 6, okay, which is equal to 1 by 2, because 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, and v1 upon v2 is equal to minus 5 upon minus 10, minus goes with minus, and you are remain with 1 by 2. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, and c1 upon c2 is equal to 20 by 40, again 1 by 2. From here you can conclude that the ratio of all these coefficients and constant terms are same, okay, are equal. That means that these pairs have many solutions, because these pairs of equations have many solutions, so we don't need to solve them, because they have already asked in the question that you have to solve only when there is only unique solution. Okay, so this is the answer for the third question. Now let us move towards the last part, and the last part is this. Okay, first thing is we have to find out the ratio. Here when I found the ratio a1 upon a2, that will be equal to 1 upon 3, and v1 upon v2 is equal to 1 upon 1. From here I have concluded that a1 upon a2 is not equal to v1 v2. That means these pairs of linear equations have unique solutions. Because these have unique solutions, so we have to solve these by cross multiplication method. So apply the cross multiplication method here first. But I have said, because you are finding the value of x, so write down the x and forget the x now. Okay, you have to keep these thing in mind. Minus into minus, that will turn into plus. 15 3s are 45. Okay, you'll write 45, and you have to subtract what? The product. Now this product. Okay, so minus into minus, that is plus, and 7 3s are 21. So you are writing 21 here. Now when I'm talking about y, then I'll forget the y. Okay, you have to forget the y, so just forget the y here. Okay, and just think about these, but you have to multiply these firstly. Okay, you have to keep this in your mind. So minus 7 into 3, 7 3s are 21, and minus is already there, so minus 21. Okay, again you have to subtract what is left. Minus 15 into 1, you'll get minus 15. Okay, now z, not z, but here it is 1. Okay, so this is 1, and now 1 means, now forget the constant term and move back, and you have to multiply this way. Okay, so minus 3 into 1, you'll get minus 3. Okay, and minus 3 into 1, you'll get minus 3, and minus, again subtract what? 3 3s are 9, and minus will also there. Okay, 3 into minus 3, minus 9, and you'll write minus 9 here. Now just solve these, and when you solve this, x upon what you will get? 5 minus 1, you'll get 4, and 4 minus 2, you'll get 24. So you got x upon 24, and you'll get y upon what? Minus 21 plus 15, you'll get 6. Okay, and which is further equal to 1 upon minus 3 plus 9, that means plus 6. Again, what I have said, to find the x, just make them, because already they are equal, that means you can take x upon 24 equal to what? 1 by 6, and y upon 6 is also equal to 1 by 6. Now to find out the value of x and y, just make them equal to the ratio of the constant terms. Okay, now you'll find that x will be equal to, just cross multiply this. 24 will go that side, and you'll get this, and y upon 6. Okay, so y is 6 is in the denominator, so it will go in the numerator, so 6 goes with 6. Okay, you'll get 1, and 6 4s are 24, so x will be equal to 4. So you got x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. In this way you got the solution for x and y. You can also check your answer. Okay, from here, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. So 4, okay, sorry, here you can see that minus 21 plus 15 was here, so it is minus 6. Minus 6 will here, and here again minus 6, so you'll get y is equal to minus 1. You have to keep in mind that minus, okay, minus is there, and that's all. In this way we have solved the question number 1 of exercise 3.5. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me about that doubt, that we have a doubt.